Hey, so recently, just for the heck of it, I put on one of those three-letter stations where you can purchase things, on TV, the famous ones. And I noticed they were doing a campaign for Christmas in July. And it got me to thinking, like, wait a minute, it is July. And before you know it, it will be Christmas time. I know that sounds like what? You're thinking about suntan oil, the beach, and hot dogs and all the fun stuff and all that. And a lot of people's minds are very far away from the Christmas 2025 holiday season. But I thought about it and I said, you know what? We have about, at the time of this recording, we have somewhere between 23 to 24, I think closer to 24 weeks left before Christmas. Well, what does that have to do with the price of fish, you might say, Jen? Well, it's a reminder and it's a leg up to make the most of those 23, 24 weeks ahead. So I did a little math. And me being the type of person that kind of sort of always likes to look a little bit ahead of everything, not terribly far away, but ahead enough. Because sometimes by doing that, it really can mean a lot of savings. And speaking of savings, I did math. Do you know that if you put a mere, just a mere $20 to the side every week, once a week, put it to the side, set it, forget it, if you will. If you continuously do that without blinking an eyelash from now until December, you will have collected almost $500. You tell me if that wouldn't be very helpful towards your Christmas holiday shopping budget. I would say would put a lot of people at a lower risk of, ruining their credit card by spending and not paying back in time, because January always comes. The drill. Going into credit card debt over the holidays is a common thing. But by doing that, for many people, and having a $500 gift budget could be amazing. So if we just get in the habit of $20 to the side every week, it's like blinking an eyelash. Get a couple of less outside hot dogs or sodas or whatever. You'll have your $20 very, very quickly. I know that you know all the many, many ways to save. I don't even need to go into how to do that because I know that you know how to do that. But it's the idea of actually leveraging the available time in our favor. Time could be an interesting thing. Sometimes time is against us and sometimes time is for us. Right now, we're on the ahead of time thing. So, something to think about. And that's just with $20 a week. Imagine if you made it a little bit more. But $20 a week is very easy for most people to handle. I'm just saying, do you agree or not agree? I'm sorry about my table making a banging sound. I just moved my hand in the wrong place. And I'm getting my trusty notebook out. So this means that you'll have zero credit card debt if you work with that $500 budget. A $500 Christmas gift budget for an average person, in my opinion, is pretty good. Because if you stick to a good list, if you keep your gifting for under $20 per person, it could be done, or 25. So do the math on that. You're going to come out a winner. You really, really are. So think about that, and not just think about that. Take the first $20 bill you have and put it to the side now. I'm just saying. I know you could do it. Let me know in the comments section below if this sounds like of something of interest to you that you might do. All right, here's a question. Do you happen to be a crafty person? This is a great time to get started on those gifts that more than likely, or cards that you like to create and embellish for friends and family for the holiday, instead of being rushed to do it. Although some people really enjoy doing things in a rush. I know that sounds silly, but it's not silly. Some people like that excitement of working, amongst the rush. Okay, if that's you, well, okay. But if there are some projects that actually take a little bit longer, Hmm. Starting when you have more time, I think makes a lot of sense. Not only that, this is just a guess, okay? I don't know. Wouldn't the prices be better off season? I would imagine. I'm not a crafty person, so I'm a good gabber, but I'm not a crafty person by any stretch. So here's the thing. If you have more time, it's probably off season, and I would guesstimate to think that the prices are better. Let me know if they are better around now in the comment section below. Of course, it depends on the stuff, type of stuff that you need to create your crafting. And by the way, for those who are crafting type of people, I would really appreciate it if you could create a channel on YouTube and share all your wealth of information. Even if you make 1 or 2 videos, just as a fun hobby, people would really appreciate that. I love a lot of these how-to kind of things on here. That's like the glue, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's like the glue of the visits to the channel. So today's show is very short and very sweet, but I just want to remind you, here's the thing. Time goes by. We don't realize it. It seems like just only yesterday we were talking about events that happened in the spring months. And here we are now, smack dab. I would consider this about midsummer. Who considers this time about midsummer? Let me know. I would consider this time as midsummer. Now, if you're listening to this at another time, then, like in the middle of January, you're probably saying, John, what are you talking about? But this is July, recorded on July 15th, 2025. Of course, you get to hear it a little later than that. But then before you know it, you're going to see all those ads, those ever see those back to school ads? Sometimes they come on TV a little bit too soon. It's like, we're ready with that. And then you see people making s'mores and toasting marshmallows. And then you see the fall outfits, for sale and everything. That's obvious, for selling. And it makes a ton of sense. Speaking of which, I have to get this in before the battery on my tablet here runs out. I couldn't believe a recent video I was watching. Yes, it had to do with somebody as an experiment was trying to see if they could live off of dumpster diving for a week and survive it. It is amazing how this young man, he always found an alternate way. When one thing didn't work out, another thing would work out, or something else. He would find things to sell. First, he started finding things, well, the whole week, finding things in the dumpsters. Now, I'm not sitting here recommending that, so please know that. Okay, I'm just telling you about how resourceful a young person, on this platform was. Just did so many things. It was just, oh my word. Trying to remember the channel name. I think the channel name is called Connor TV, Connor TV. Oh my word. It's a reminder that when there's a will, there's a way. And you can apply that thinking. We could all apply that thinking throughout our lives all the time, all the time. Like if this one thing doesn't work out, well, maybe an alternative choice could work out. But we have to get creative and we have to expand our minds. But in the meantime, let's get back to the beginning and dial it back. This is a smart and frugal way to get ready for Christmas in the middle of the summer, July, okay? Start now. Start saving. Put a little $20 bill, a mere $20 bill, to the side every single week. Set it, forget it. And then all of a sudden, you're not going to take out your credit card for Christmas gifts, okay? You're going to be more organized and shop wisely and spend wisely. You see where I'm going with this, and you will not start 2026 with a bill in the mail, meaning a credit card bill related to the holidays. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back tomorrow again at 5 a.m. I so appreciate every single one of you. Have an amazing, fantastic day. And as always, super thanks are forever appreciated. Take good care now. Bye-bye.